nature of... Wait, hold on a second. Pro Esports is first pick? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So far, we've got Pro Esports has always been playing on second pick, second ban, all the time. So, it's definitely kind of surprising for me to see them going first pick this time. But regardless, that is the Land of Dawn. With Quick Wave that has been slowed down already. And now, we've got a little bit of split screen to take a look at what that movement from the Romans are going to be like. D7 made his way all the way down to the bottom lane. Not necessarily going to be helping out with the mid laner as of yet. But speaking of mid laner, where's the mid laner? Here. All the way shoved out by the Grog. Wow. But it's not going to matter too much. None of these quick waves has been taken down as of yet. Just a bit of annoyance, but as I mentioned before, that is a very strong lane priority between the Yve plus the Gatokacha. The both of them can really wave clear pretty darn fast. So you can expect them to start moving around a lot more and a lot faster from this point on. See you soon has the better draft coming in from quite a lot of you guys from the lineup. I mean from the chat. I do agree though. I do agree. They do have an answer, a direct answer to the main damage dealer from the side of Pro Esports. And with that all said, that PP with a quick flicker backwards. It's going to be safe for now. And remember, so far, whenever See You Soon has got a winning draft and technically speaking a winning hand in the early stages, they don't win the game. So remember that. I don't particularly think that Pro Esports drafting is bad though. This is a wombo combo lineup. And they are really darn strong in 5v5. So you gotta have to give them respect for that. As you can see right now, immediately with the RWM just gonna be popping right out. D7 does not have the AOG just yet. So he will not be able to extend the immobilization and into the knockup into the immobilizations. As such, Sa will find himself taken down. And as per normal, that is going to be the turtle that will be taken from the side of See You Soon. No changes thus far. See You Soon has always been able to get himself a very strong execution in the early stages, and Pro Esports will only pop off later on 15 minutes into the game. Now, my question, of course, will always be if whether See You Soon have a draft that allows them to play before 15 minutes, right? Before they go 5v5 against Pro Esports. Because right now, this draft yells to me, like literally just tells me, I want to play 5v5 against Pro Esports. I want to go toe-to-toe against them. But there's a catcher. So far, they have always, like See You Soon has always been playing the Yi Sun Shin for their own plays. And they have always been playing double marksman. And they will lose in 5v5. So, take that with a pinch of salt. Anything could happen. And I think that See You Soon is a very inconsistent team and kind of scary one. In the meantime, up into the top lane, we do have a quick little dash. Oh no! So much committed, but didn't even get themselves a kill down on the D7. But hey, at least this managed to force one Revitalize and one Purify of Pro Esports. And there is at least 30 seconds until the turtle spawns. So the upcoming team fight, don't expect too much regeneration from the side of D7 over to the rest of the team. Don't expect Kozen to be there because he doesn't have a Purify, and it's too early for him to do that either way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will say that See You Soon should be able to take this turtle down with no problems at all. With the fact that they do have a Akai, they should be able to zone pretty effectively, and he would not be crowd controlled down to oblivion and not be able to pull off the retribution. He will always be able to pull off retribution in this game, as he's gonna be CC immune during his heavy spin. So Felix now has got himself the enmity. Kane looking for an opportunity right down here, and of course when it comes down to Shadow, he's gonna be popping himself right into the Black Dragon form, circling all the way around to the top side of this members of Pro Esports. One man down, two men down for the side of Pro Esports already, as See You Soon is now gonna be trampling down on the Pro Esports, hoping that he'll be able to AOG out, but too much for them to handle. Too much for the Gatokacha to handle. There's 3 men down from the side of Pro Esports, and that's 2,300 gold in favor for See You Soon. As You Soon now inches slowly towards the finishing point. Cleared out the wave down in the middle lane. Assassinated by the hands of Shadow right underneath of the turret's nose, thinking that he might be safe underneath the turret, but hey, that's not right. Shadow does have quite a lot of damage. 3 kills, 0 death, 3 assists. Shadow is definitely the MVP, at least for now. Definitely better than game number 1, Yuzhong, played by Soren Felix. So we have the ramp with 3,000 gold for the start of See You Soon. They should be able to ramp up pretty decently all the way until 15 plus minutes. I think that they should be able to bring all of these objectives down in the mid stage. 12 minutes. 12 minutes down, bring all of the outer turrets down. I can't help but think that this 1-1 is not going to pull any weight or have much impact of the game. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong, but that's just what I feel. Shadow picking up yet another kill from the side of Azu. I think that this is gonna be bad. This is really jungle diff. The very different about a couple of these jungle fights so far.
We are Sooner.
Turtle up now, down in the bottom lane.
Sorry.
Red team has slain the turtle.
With 7 minutes into the game, Pro Esports, they do not have the top lane and the bottom lane T1s anymore. See You Soon is undoubtedly going to be looking at some of these hard destructions, especially in the middle lane. Kane is right in the face of 7, but that's not going to do anything. Shazori and Felix only have half HP to work with. But as a Lapu, it's not that big of a deal. Still highly think that Donut is not anywhere close to being able to secure a yet. With the Black Dragon form, they're just flying ahead. Star pops up and opens the RWM. Donut will still take down the turret now. And now, sorry, I'm really hoping that he'll be able to get himself a quick run away. What a heavy spin locks D7 over to the wall. One trade for nothing for now. While See You Soon pushes all the way to the T2 turret. Can't even do much when it comes down to the Zaman Force. Can't even do much during this entire stampede from See You Soon.
Boss, back. We are Sooner.
The game slowly comes over to a standstill. Gonna have to remind everyone that, of course, our official telecom partner is Cellcard. That's the only way to be able to level up both of these teams' gaming performance. And we have actually a lot more that we can talk about when it comes down to Cellcard. And since no fight is going on, let me tell you guys about a worry-free Mobile Legends Bang Bang gameplay, right? Because this is what worry-free Mobile Legends Bang Bang gameplay is. Watching MPL Cambodia and watching it through Cellcard. Of course, you'll be able to also receive valuable in-game currency all in one package together with Cellcom's official MLBB gaming bundle. The bundle actually provides 235 diamonds for just $6, and activation is just app. You can just use app, or you can just dial a number as well, and that pretty much works. All 5 fans from the side of Pro Esports hoping to hold on to their purple buff as well. Does seem like Azu still managed to get his purple buff, so that's great. But the Lord is going to be marching down from the bottom lane. And I think that is going to be the scary part. Because we don't even know whether that is going to be the game-ending play as of yet. But you gotta have to be really careful because the top lane is just going to be pushing in. As now Shadow looks for an opportunity. The Holy Defense just now going to be popped. Middle lane G2 now is going to be under siege by the siege minions. Houston takes it down easily. G7 and Saurian Felix completely locked up from their home. Bravest Warriors committed from Saurian Felix. So at this point in time, it could happen anytime. Saurian Felix would just go in, flick a stun. But that's not gonna happen. All we see is a Black Dragon form that opens up, taking a little bit too much damage. Furious Dice not gonna be landing on anyone. What it means, the RWM coming for the side of Star, just gonna be locking 2% in, but it's not gonna be mattering to the side of Kane because of the fact that he does have a heavy spin. And of course, doesn't matter to Donut because he does have the crossbow of Tang and such. They're more than enough damage over the side of Star. And now see you soon. They're knocking on the doors of Pro Esports. 1v1 between Saurian Felix as well. Donut. But Akira is the one that picks up the kill. Living Star all alone. We'll see you soon. All 3 members still alive. And that is gonna be a heavy wave down in the bottom lane. With D7 and Kozen coming out, see you soon understands the severity of that, and they gotta have to go back home from now. We still have about 45 seconds until the Lord eventually spawns. This 8,000 gold lead at 11 minutes, it's not going to help Pro Esports. I would say that right after taking this Lord, there is not going to be a very high probability of them actually winning right there and then. But knowing how Siusun has got very strong micro mechanics, and with 8,000 gold lead at 12 minutes, yeah, there's not much that Pro Esports is able to do at this point in time. They need to rely onto their turrets a lot. Either onto their turrets or onto their base. And at this point, I would love for them to be able to defend the middle lane as much as possible. That T3 middle lane turret will eventually go down because of the influx of creeps coming in from the top and the bottom. So it is just gonna be a situation where it would eventually happen. Lord now spawns right in the face of Donut. Donut goes 1v1 against this Lord. Kane shortly join into this fray.
Red team has slain the Lord.
Down with no issues.
Back.
15 minutes into this game. Lord will be knocking down from over to the bottom lane. And I would say that see you soon, they can win this game. They should force this. Because Pro Esports, they don't have the economy to be able to fight back. That's 10,000 gold difference. Azu can't do much. Kozen doesn't have much farm. All he has is a Holy Crystal. I would say that 13 minutes with this amount of deficit, you should have a Holy Crystal only together with the Stallium Scythe, perhaps. Probably that's all if you ask me. Or maybe he does have the Feather of Heaven as well. Yeah. He should have 3 of these items, yeah. He should have these 3 items. Feather of Heaven, Stallium Scythe, as well as the Holy Crystal. We'll see how far that will eventually help Pro Esports for now. As now the Lord is just going to be marching down to the bottom lane, just going to be following over to the side of Saurian Felix. Middle lane TU3 destroyed. RWM opens up. PP gets taken down and pushed away. Akira brings D7 down. That is one for one trade as it is for now. With the top lane minions just going to be pushing in. The Winions is just going to be crashing on in. Not quite enough to bring down this turret though, but I think that they really want to force this out, which is not going to be a very good choice at all. As now Kozen picks up the kill over to the side of Shadow. I think that this is impatience just biting them right over to their rear, where they don't have a way to end this game. Don't have a proper way to end this game, rather. $60 minutes, 1 minute until the Lord eventually spawns. Donut has about 10,000 gold lead. Akira with 9,800 gold. Shadow with... basically Pro Esports is very far behind. Extremely far behind. with that 7.6 thousand gold deficit, this is not gonna be a fight that they will be able to get out completely unscathed. If they are able to go for good trades, they will need to trade at least 2 or 3 members for a majority or equal to what Pro Esports have got for themselves by the end of that team fight. Slow and steady will win the game for many teams. But is that gonna be the same thing for See You Soon? Because remember, we talked about the 15 minutes timer on the side of See You Soon. The moment that they hit 15 minutes, they eventually kind of lose gas. As such, PP now finds himself half HP. Then it's gonna be a tectonic shot to manage to land on the 3 people. Unfortunately for the side of D7, he has to use AOG to get himself running away while Sao opens up the RWM. No one else to follow up with anymore. As such, Akira will bring down a kill over to the side of Kozen. 1 man down, make that 2 men down, 3 men down over the side of See You Soon. This is what I'm talking about. Pro Esports, triple kill. Living Kane all alone now. What? This is not supposed to happen, guys. This is not supposed to happen. The 15-minute curse from See You Soon. Again. Again, guys. Again. Why? Why was that fight necessary? Why did the fight go that way? Let's take a look, right? The whole time, let's take a look at where Azu is. Azu is all the way down to the bottom lane. He's just moving his way. 2% is already dead from this point on. Sorry, Felix tries to run away. Good stun. That is a very good re-engage from Sorry, I'm Felix, not gonna lie. That was enabled only because of Sorry, I'm Felix. So now the fight continues again. See You Soon is throwing bodies over to the side of Pro Esports. He did manage to get a kill down to Kozen again though. So right now, we'll see how that's going to work out with the Revitalize just going to be popping out for the side of D7. He re-engages just a little bit. See You Soon now manages to push all the way over to Pro Esports, push Pro Esports right into their base. They no longer have the opportunity to take down the Lord though, as the Lord has been taken down from Pro Esports themselves. So now they're going to have to do some damage control. They have to take down the Lord down in the bottom lane in order to realistically be able to do anything. Oh, the flicker from the side of Sorry, I'm Felix. Oh wait, that's not flicker. But that. Yeah, it's just gonna be slicing and dicing for now. Baron, RWM, Baron Felix in the middle of the fight. Win the crown, just gonna be exceptional timing. Now he's gonna be safe. The stun down on the PP only to be taken down by Akira once again. It sounds and it seems as though Akira actually does have the Sky Pierce, so to be fairly honest. I'm not very sure whether that's actually the case here.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
But there is a chance though. There is a chance that See You Soon might still lose this game, as the current economy has been dwindled down all the way from 6,000 to 1,000. 1:16. There may be a very strong wave that's just going to be marching in from the bottom lane. Not too sure whether that's going to do anything at all, but there we go. That is going to be the bottom lane T1 that will be taken down. The RWM pops up. Going to be locking down on the donut for a tad while. Now, 2 of the ballistas just somewhere going to be here. Maybe just 1 ballista now. AOG is not going to be landing on anyone at this point in time. The Winter Crown coming from the side of Kane ensures that he was going to stay alive for a tad bit longer. D7 doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. As such, the entire team of Pro Esports now have no choice but to go back home and unable to blitz out the win. It seems like we do have quite a lot of Filipinos in the chat today. Hi, Philippines. Lords now available once again. This is an evolved Lord, okay? This is an evolved Lord. That's gonna be marching right out, but due to the fact that this is broken walls, will quite literally go towards the northwest one or southeast. Enmity goes over to the start of See You Soon. They're looking for the right opportunity to just spring into action. They do not want to receive any collateral damage from the Lord either. So slow and steady is the one that will they will win the race. With the immortality is already gonna be popped, so this is gonna be big! Kozen now takes the kill down over to Shadow. With one man down from the start of See You Soon already, this is going to be bad. As now Pro Esports might have an advantage. Now is of course gonna be the heavy spinners, hoping they will be able to do something over to the start of Star, but that's not gonna do anything. There's 3 men down from the start of See You Soon. Donut hopes to hop away. Just a little bit more hops up, but he gets taken down. Clipped at the end of the Synchro Fission. Pro Esports, they're winning the late game again, man. Over and over and over again. This is gonna be the comeback that we are looking for. It's a wombo combo that works. This is a wombo combo that works. As such, 4 members are gonna be crashing themselves down. And now, of course, Mountain Shocker will be able to land on the Akron. Nothing that Akron could do but win the crown himself. Pro Esports takes another win. Oh, man. Pro Esports, can you believe this?